so the next thing you want to do is, after you get your ground in, you can decide what you're going to have in your landscape. If you're going to have a garden, then you want to do the grass, and you want to do the grass in different greens. This part of your landscape, the bottom part of your landscape, needs to be darker and more green. As it goes in the distance, it gets lighter. See, like the one that you see here? See, this is more textured, more detail. As it goes in the background, it gets lighter. Okay. That just shows perspective. That shows a little bit of space. And the Impressionists were artists that actually painted what they saw.
How's this?
They didn't do a lot of drawing.
Miss Joy.
Yeah. Very cool. Okay.
Now can I do my flowers?
Well, I need to dry it before you do your flowers, so let's just take another square and do another composition of ground and sky. Do a different kind of composition. Do a higher landscape, do higher land and less sky.
I'm kind of equal in this one.
And then you can just...
Why am I holding two brushes like this? I guess that's just your skin.
You can start putting in your...
After
after you get your ground in, do another composition, because we're going to do about 3 before we start putting in the flowers. So one is going to dry before, because you want the ground, you want the grass to really, the green really to be dry before you start putting color on it.
Nicole's going to come to the country club at Easter with us for brunch.
Now watch my brush stroke. You can do this kind of brush stroke, but you can also do this kind of brush stroke to show longer grass.
Sky. Is it okay if you do your ground first?
Yeah, do your ground first.
I already started with my sky.
I was just showing you different brush strokes, because like some grass is longer.
How's this, Miss Joy?
Yeah, good. Okay.
My grass is definitely high.
And it's nice when you paint to put some music on. Then you really get into the music when you're doing your painting.
In a different word.
Okay, you see how this ground here is lighter? Doesn't that show light? It actually shows that, like, maybe there's some light shining here, reflecting. That was also something they did. They used different brush strokes, but they also did swishes of color to represent reflecting light.
How's this?
So they really studied light. Yeah, okay. And you can also do, like you could do close-up of flowers, like you could maybe do some big flowers here.
Can I do it right now?
No, you want the green to dry. Make sure all the green's dry. So do one more composition of sky and ground.
And then take your first one and do flowers.
And then
on that.
do the one that you have that's dry, which will be your first one, and then you can start using the dot method to do flowers. And when you do your flowers, you want to either use another brush or a really good clean brush. And remember also, your flowers are bigger in your foreground, and as it goes into the background, they're smaller. And they lay flatter. So you can see here, see? This is his work. See how the flowers are larger and more detailed? But as they go in the background, look how tiny they get. I was actually here when I was in Paris. I went to Giverny. So I know that I remember that place right there.
What does it look like in your brain?
I'll have to show it to you.
In your brain?
No, not in my brain. I'll have to show you the photograph of Giverny, of where I was in Giverny. In my brain. Now, how would I show you in my brain?
Because it looks so gross. I don't like it. That looks so gross. People's brain.
Okay, now watch these brush strokes. Use this kind of a brush stroke when you do flowers, rather than this. Because they're just the tops of them showing, especially when you go back here.
I didn't want your sky all the way down by putting grass all over it.
And if you want to do trees, you can either do a tree in like close up, like a tree here, or you can do tiny trees way in the back in the distance, depending on what you want.
Now I am doing my flowers.
They were also known for relatively unrealistic colors. They would take and put purple and pink and all kinds of colors in the trunk of the tree, so it wasn't just completely brown. But do you remember when we went over there over to the park and we looked at the trunk?
Yes.
And we saw the colors? Because the tree does have those colors. And that's what they were painting.
I don't think Vicky was here.
Vicky, weren't you here? Did you
Yeah,
you were here. You were here. Yeah.
Only at the outside.
Yeah, and we went to the park and we looked at the trunk.
No, she was not. No, I was there.
Yeah, she was. She was there.
There's the
She
old lady
remembers it.
again.
No, she remembers it.
No, I said the old lady again.
Well, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about the old lady.
Shh. Remember, this is a video.
Where's the video?
I'm videoing this class, so don't say anything that you don't want on the video.
You act myself.
Huh?
Stop. I'm gonna do flowers now. You say flowers? Yeah, I say flowers. I don't think these flowers are nice. Should I do trees in the background?
Okay, now see these little tiny flowers way in the background? You see the difference between these flowers and these flowers? That way that you can see that these are like further away. And that's what you want to do too, is show flowers that are further away, and they're actually going to be smaller and also further apart.
Now I'm on my second predicament. I'm stuck in we need brown. Yeah.
You can make brown by adding blue and let's see, blue, red, and orange. You can make brown. So mix them together.
Blue, red.
And you can mix it right on your canvas. So if you do a tree in brown, you can mix it right on your canvas.
That looks super cool.
Because remember, the brown of the tree is not going to be just plain brown. It's going to have other colors in it.
Mine is sort of a little swirly.
This is the class we'll be doing on the 27th, but we're going to be combining cupcakes and painting outside during Springfest. So if you want to come, that's what we're doing.
I will.
Huh?
It's a little weird.
Will you be here?
I don't want to come.
What do you mean you don't want to come? It's going to be like outside painting,
I don't
like you
want
did
to.
before?
I don't want to.
You do too? You painted outside before?
No, I said I don't want to.
Why?
Because my tree looks purple.
That's okay.
I like how it looks. Oh yeah, purple tree. Anyway, I don't have to.
You don't have to come. I'm just saying that's what we're going to be doing during Springfest.
I get a sassy tree. I go, see? Sorry, do you like my tree? this dry. Do you like my
Oh,
tree?
it's beautiful. I love it.
I like that color.
Okay, so you done with that one? Okay.
Look at my tree.
Oh, wonderful. They're wonderful.
My flowers. They're fine. I thought they got destroyed. I'm making another tree. I'm making
Now, you know you can do the
another
same thing if you want to do a beach scene.
beach.
You can do this water the same way. If you look at his paintings here, in one of his paintings, you can see that he did like the water as well, and he did the same way. See the water. So you can take a look at that and get some ideas for a beach scene too. You don't necessarily have to do a flower garden.
This tree is more red. This tree is more purple. Actually, in the same place you did. And he has a different background, like a different sway to his tree. His tree is too wild. So?
Okay. Now I'm thinking I'm going to put some trees way back in the distance. Okay. So this is how I'm going to do my trees. Oh, jeez. Okay, this is how I'm going to do my trees. I'm going to start, first of all, by putting just a little bit of texture in the background. Like just the tops of them. Ta-da!
Yeah, I like doing that.
You know,
Look
decide
at
where you want the cluster of trees. You can also like start with just the trunks too. You can take and put like a trunk in first, like that. It's not really that much of a distance, so you can actually do your trees. It depends on where they are, but basically, you know, you're not that far away. The tree's not that far away, so you would see more of a trunk. Or maybe this tree's closer.
I have two trees, like I think mine's 3D. Ish. Whatever.
So as they get closer, they're going to get more detailed and a little
Look at
greener.
mine.
Nice. Okay. So I think you're done with that. I think you better put that one aside.
Isn't this 3D? Okay. Just look at it. Even though I'm not holding it the way. It's 3D. It's 3D. I think I'm ready for my big one.
No, I think you better. Did you do all three of them?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Just a second.
Look at that nose, a chubby little fellow nose. I wonder if that girl's gonna be here.
No, she's not coming today.